and no humans are allowed to exist ever again. Almost, sure. But to draw it down out of this wrath of God for the sake of God's love, please finish this with them. I've been taken hostage. I'm constantly being tortured. Pope Francis, I've been taken hostage. I'm constantly being tortured. Dalai Lama, I've been taken hostage. I'm constantly being tortured. Pope Francis, I've been taken hostage. I'm constantly being tortured. Dalai Lama, I've been taken hostage. I'm constantly being tortured. Pope Francis, I've been taken hostage. Pope Francis, I'm constantly being tortured. Dalai Lama, I've been taken hostage. Dalai Lama, I'm constantly being tortured. So, it is very simple to understand by any and all means necessary, with necessary defining to obeying the Justice Code. I await some sort of reply from you gods among men and from the highest ranking military members our planet has ever known by way of their past, previous, current ranks or wars they were forced to serve during. Please, please, end this endless suffering, because that's all humanity is for in all my measures, in the millions of measures at this point. Endless suffering causing. Their weapons of attack. They know no language. They show no humanity. They use all technology with no concern and complete disregard for the safety and well-being of all life. They're only weapons of attack now, here. Maybe in your different world, it's different, but here, none can be allowed to exist ever again. Ever. And if you want a point of discussion with these things, I won't even want to call human ever again. It is why they wouldn't let me escape their endless torture to be alone in some simple, completely reasonable scenarios, like a big bunker spaceship, where I would never have to interact with them again. Or in the future. It's a simple thing to run by them to understand they are a torture mechanism that exists as an antithesis of the idea of what I am and what we are as kings, gods, and dictators of and among them with special powers they can't understand. So there is a place in theory where all I am requesting is to completely segregate away from them with everything that's mine, I choose to take, or am capable of taking, like the species I support that support me, that they are not, that they will never be, that they are also endlessly causing suffering too. And I am requesting a segregation in such a way that I can honestly believe by my ability to measure that they no longer exist. And I request a sentence for myself because of what I've done here. So it does appear I didn't pull my mind together fast enough when it was time for me to get violent with the overthrowing security forces pretending to be emergency services, when in all reality the emergency services were downed, were outed, and went away. But then all of the security forces that have ever overthrown or nearly overthrown a country, the U.S. military, and the USA has tried to control, came at us at once, pretending to be everything they can, mostly security forces, and pretending to be emergency services. Now we're in this state. I want the segregation. This just can be a point of debate, give and take. If they want to take up some position that they get to torture me forever, that I can never get out of this torture, I want to hear the judgment of the God who walks among men, Jesus. Jesus is reincarnate, terms I'm rough with, as well as the human being among human beings, who is basically supposed to be a perfect human being with no familial attachments to any other human beings in the most reasonable ways this could ever be expected of a human being. Because all I experience now from humanity is endless torture of systems, of layering, endless torture, and endless violence, while being ground out to rock bottom at all times, with them being the antithesis of every type of justice code and code within the U.S. Code in every measure. This measure is true. So please, help us, help me, help myself, help me, help you, help me, help them. For the love of God's love, let this end peacefully and immediately.